This segment is brought to you by JigMasters Jigs. When in doubt, get the jig out. Go to JigMasters.com and use promo code PNF20 and save 20% off your next jig order today.
Let's go!
This is the Chasing the Tide saltwater segment on the Paddle & Fin Network. I'm your host, Dustin Nichols. So come along for the saltwater shenanigans.
Who's back? Who is back? Chasing the Tide saltwater segment here on the Paddle & Fin Podcast Network. And your host, Dustin Nichols, is back. We back. Oh, man. I got my boy Saulo on tonight. What's up?
All good, man. All good, man. Your hype. Oh, your hypeness, if you can call it that, is rubbing off with me, man. I'm over here just looking at you.
Oh, dude, I get so excited. My wife tells me all the time. She's like, you could talk the paint off of a wall. That's what she tells me all the time. Because she's like, you walk into a room and everybody's your friend.
Yep.
That's how I've always been, man. I just like to interact and talk with everybody, and then get me talking about fishing, and this is gonna go even further, Yeah, man. And then like people let me know sometimes. She's like, I watch some of your videos, and like you're talking to them fish, man. I'm like, get out there, hydrilla,
Mm-hmm.
and telling them what to do, I'm like, man, like they listening.
I tend to ask them, who are you? What are you? What are you?
What are you doing? But yeah, man, I got Saulo on all the way from Puerto Rico. And he's actually one of our new hosts on another segment we have with Mr. Armando from Bass Kayaks and Beers, and him and Armando got together and they're doing a little something.
I want to hear you say that name. I want to see how you pronounce that. If you even remember it.
Oh, I do, but I can't off the top of my head right now.
It's just paddle and fin.
Paddle and fin in Spanish.
Remos y Aletas, that's it.
Yeah, Aletas. I say Alita. I put it in. Yeah, Remos y Aletas. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Spanish speaking show. Man, we're gonna have to hook up with we got a guy in Spain, Eagle Extraveres, I think is his name. I can't pronounce it. I'm gonna have to show you that name. He fishes for Jackson. He's out of Spain. He's offshore. He does some good stuff. And then Alexis Tejeda. He lives down in around Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, maybe. He does a lot of fishing there, but he'd be a good guest to get on there too. Both of them got good. That'd be pretty cool. But I know we got a big Spanish-speaking Hispanic
audience
presence and audience down in the Rio Grande Valley, down south of me, down towards Brownsville, South Padre, Port Isabel, down there. It's pretty cool. But yeah, stoked to have you on, man. Want to give everybody, all the listeners, give you a chance to introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
All right. So yeah, as you said, my name is Saulo Ventura. I'm down in in Puerto Rico. I do mostly saltwater fishing, which I'm stoked to be here. Actually, you know what? I was looking for your segment. I didn't know that you were. I wasn't like super aware since I'm so new to the host group.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't completely aware what was going on with your segment. I was like, which is the saltwater segment? So I'm like super pumped that I'm here with you right now. Actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have done freshwater fishing, but barely, like to the point that I still don't know how to differentiate a smallmouth and a largemouth. I still don't know. I know that they're both green and they got some black. But yeah, I do obviously I'm slowly going towards more and more offshore. So far I've gone out like up to like 3 miles out on the kayak. Back then I was just paddling. Now I got the pedal kayak, so now forget it. Now screw it all.
It's all over the place. Yes, sir.
And then that's about it. I mean, I enjoy this like no other hobby that I've had, because I've had plenty. And then I also started, since I started doing kayak fishing, I also started doing videos. So everything I every time I go out, I record it. I enjoy the editing process and
Yes.
conversing and having a good conversation with the people that actually see it.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I started out, putting some YouTube stuff out a few years ago. I didn't really aggressively try to grow my channel. I just use it for content for Jackson, to attach to blogs and entries and stuff for our website sometimes. And if it grows, it grows. I'm not overly trying to share it everywhere and all that. But I mean, I like to record and stuff. I recorded some stuff today. I got on the water today. Chasing the Tide has been on a little bit of a hiatus. My work schedule got crazy. I had a crazy staph infection, cellulitis in my foot. It spread. I had to go in the hospital a couple nights. And then about time I was going to get released to go back to work, I woke up with no sense of smell. So that's one of the leading symptoms of the coronavirus, the COVID-19 crap. And so I ended up testing positive for that, and I quarantined for 14 days in my room with no contact with anybody. And talk about being stressed out and not being able to fish I think I didn't fish for 32 days.
I got you beat. Okay, I got you beat.
I
got you beat twice.
Y'all are going through something right now too with the coronavirus. They got y'all on a fishing ban or something?
Yeah. And so when I say I got you beat twice, is that we went through a 2.5-month ban on any type of fishing except commercial. 2.5 months. It was 10 weeks, no fishing, no nothing, right? They finally let us go out fishing, and they said, okay, you can go out on the kayaks, not from the shore, on the kayaks, but you cannot keep anything. Exactly. Those are fish. Yeah.
What is their meaning?
Nothing.
What is the reasoning behind this?
That's the thing. There's no reasoning. So they said you can go, but you can't keep anything, even if it's like just a bonita or anything, little tunies.
Wow.
They're plentiful everywhere. You can't keep nothing. And apparently, I don't know, they got COVID or something. Maybe they went by your house. But
that is crazy.
And so even crazier, when we had about a month and a half that we were able to finally go out fishing again. We were having fun. We were enjoying. They let us start keeping our catches. And then we had a spike on the island again for COVID. The second wave, right? The famous second wave.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No fishing again. So we're going now on a month no fishing again.
Well, that's wow. What is fishing has nothing to do with that coronavirus. No. I'm sorry. I'm isolated out on that water by myself. I wasn't near anybody today.
Do you want to be even more stupefied? You can take the kayaks out. You can go out on a kayak. You can paddle around. You can go out and take your kayak out, but you cannot take a fishing rod with you.
Wow. That is insane.
Yep. It's insane, stupid, and I don't know, idiotic. But
so did they ban surfing at first too? Was surfing banned for a while?
Yeah.
Wow. Surfers. I grew up surfing. I did all that. That would have drove me crazy because we're doing we have a few beach closures here in Corpus Christi area, on the coast here. And after the hurricane damaged some stuff, and there's some issues with a certain county judge down there. In the Oasis County and Corpus Christi just is causing some issues down there with some beach closures, like bulldozed the dunes across the beach access, because we can actually drive on the beach here, drive our vehicles on the beach. Yeah. And she shut down all the beaches to vehicular traffic, and there's not a whole lot of parking lot access, so people are like parking on the side of the roads, and it's crazy right now too. I think that's the only beach like that right now. Everywhere else is still open, like I can go. That's one thing I like about that kayak is I can go find a bridge on the side of the road. I can pull over and slide down and go.
Yep. I almost became a neighbor of yours. I almost went up to Corpus Christi. I got off at work over there way back when. I was doing way back when. Anybody would think I'm 50, 60 years old.
Yeah.
I'm talking about maybe some 5 years ago. Maybe 5-6 years ago. I got off at work over there. I was doing a corrosion protection I was an
Oh,
inspector for that, for tanks and oil tanks and all that.
yeah. Yep. That's what I work. I work in the petrochemical industry.
Oh,
I'm
really?
an operator at one of the chemical plants here.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
That's what I do for 22 years. But I was a chef before that. I still love to cook and stuff. And I'll throw some videos on that out every now and then. Little catchy cooks and all that, But man, dude, all the way from Puerto Rico. Stoked, man. So what species, when you do get the fish, what are you targeting over there? Y'all have some of the inshore species like tarpon and snook and that kind of thing?
yep, we do not have redfish, stuff like that. We don't have trout, but yeah, we do have tarpon. Actually, our tarpons are huge because they are protected. They're protected for the economy, for the tourism and all that. So our tarpons can grow pretty big. My biggest one from the shore was a 5-foot something, like a 5'3" tarpon.
Woo.
And then from the kayak, it was like maybe 4 foot, 3.5 feet. That was pretty good. But yeah, no, normally when I go out, I try to go for either king mackerel or bonita, or not bonita, little tunies, blackfin tuna, stuff like
the
that.
blackfin. Y'all get Dorado in close, pretty good.
Not so in close.
Yeah,
very weirdly, very strange, very weirdly. Yeah. Very rarely is the word.
No
but
sailfish.
Not near close, but yeah, we get some of the biggest sailfish competitions in the Caribbean.
Oh yeah,
they're down here. It's actually that right now they're checking if they're gonna leave it work or not, because we have one of those tourneys coming up soon. And they might be canceling it because of government restrictions.
Yeah. Oh man, and that's tough for the economy and everything, man. It's like nobody wins off this situation, I took off this week. I went ahead and took off from work. I was supposed to be in Wisconsin right now at the Bassmasters event, kayak event in La Crosse. But I decided to stay home and fish around the area, try to get some pictures here and there and get a little content, and then do something with the family this weekend before I go back to work. So that's what we're planning on doing. So, man, so that fishing you do y'all have like some for tarpon and snook? Is there any kind of like canal systems and stuff that you can access and fish? Yeah, like with mangroves and everything.
Yeah, we don't have that many mangroves, but we do have. Actually, one of the places where I started kayak fishing is a canal. It used to be farmland that used to get flooded, and then they would have to drain it. To one point, they just said, forget it. And then they let it flood. And that before 3 years ago now, for Hurricane Maria, it used to be, people used to call it Jurassic Park because it was like monster snook, monster tarpon. There was this huge lily pads, and then they would be under all of that. But with the hurricane, all these lily pads went away. They don't have any like that much of place to hide out and all that. So
no more structure. The structure's gone. Yeah.
So you don't get as many anymore. But every so often, you will see something big. They're very picky. They're very picky towards what they eat. But every so often, you'll see something huge just splash, and you'll be like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah. So do y'all have like Jack Crevalle over there too?
Oh yeah.
Jack.
Yeah, we have Jack Crevalle's.
And any type of the horseshoe. And plenty of snapper.
Oh yeah.
Plenty of snapper over there. You could bottom fish and catch those.
Oh yeah.
Off the reefs, off of the beach, and launch off and go offshore and jig, catch grouper and everything too. Yeah.
Yep. Right now, in this little month and a half, dude, I just got goosebumps thinking about it. This month and a half window that they let us fish again, everybody caught some like stupid. At first, it was very held back, the fish. Nobody was catching anything. But then that last 2 weeks of letting us fish again, those last 2 weeks, everybody just got insane amount of fish and sizes. Somebody caught from the shore, they caught a 45-pound cubera snapper.
Oh man, that's giant from the shore.
Yeah, from the shore.
That's giant.
I got a friend
that's
that he
big.
Yeah,
They got big
exactly.
teeth, man. I've always wanted to catch one of those. I still haven't caught one of those. Yeah.
Me either. So I'm with you on that.
So some of the tips and techniques y'all got down there, something similar to say we'd go offshore and do here trolling, lipped baits or vertical jigging spoons and stuff like that, or anything else, any free line and ribbon fish or anything, because that's big over here in Texas.
So something that I would say that the number one lure to use over here is just diamond jigs. The 005 diamond jigs.
Yeah.
Those are the start that with that 005 ones and a little treble hook. I've caught the blackfin tunas. I've caught it like everything you can imagine. I've caught it with that. Like I caught a 4-pound houndfish with that.
Oh, I caught one of those in Nicaragua that was probably 5 foot long.
Oof.
It was the biggest freaking houndfish I ever seen.
Yep. So we have it's a lot of good fishing. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this on the camera, but let me see. Let me get up close. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a big one too.
Yeah.
That one's pretty dang big. Yeah. Dang.
Them
things. They stink. Them things are stinky, poochy.
Well, that's how people feel about tarpon. They don't like catching tarpon here because they smell. They're slimy, and you can't keep it.
You can't keep it, but it's just the sport of that one, man. It's just that Silver King, man.
Well, you know what? That's something that's a new idea or a new concept for PR. Sport fishing, they don't usually fishing here is to keep, and that's it. So now the concept of catch and release or sport fishing, that's something new that's catching up, thankfully, because we're taking over, running down all the species.
Right. So the kayaking is growing tremendously there then, yes?
Oh, yeah. And you know what? So thanks to COVID and then only allowing us to fish from the kayak for the first 2 weeks, everybody, even if they had no money, they found the money somewhere and they bought kayaks, and everybody has a kayak now, and it keeps growing. Everybody, I mean, I just bought a second kayak now for my wife, and well, she has one, but a better one. It's growing like crazy, and there's tournaments that keep popping up, and they were popping up, and they were postponed because of COVID and all that. But we had 3 main kayak fishing tournaments that were both for saltwater and for freshwater. So it's getting really good, really big, the sport.
Dude, that's cool, man. That's how it is here. It's like, everybody's saying, man, who's got what? And it's like every website you go to from kayak manufacturers, no matter who it is, Jackson, Old Town, Hobie, everybody, there's like a pop-up. Due to circumstances, we are back ordered until October.
Oh, so, dude, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on with that, with just the logistics of the supplies they need, and the bolts and seat covers and straps and some companies vacuum mold their own hatches and certain things. But then, the aluminum tubing for the seats, they might not build that in-house. They're going to have to get it supplied. And the logistics of that is being affected by this whole COVID, because a lot of places actually just shut down.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Jackson's running, not a full staff. They're only keeping up. We're looking to have, the new season pretty much starts on, now September the 1st is when all the 2021 boats will start going out for the new sales year. So it's been hectic, man. I know everything's gotten. I've never seen that warehouse, the factory so empty.
Yeah, the stores are the same way.
I've been in there, and it's just like rows and rows of kayaks, and then they're all gone. They're all sold. I mean, you can call a dealer now and say, hey, can I get this Bite FD or whatever? Well, no, we sold our last ones, a couple weeks back. We won't get any more until October.
What they're doing here is they're pre-selling. They're doing pre-sales.
Pre-sale. Yeah.
Yeah. You pay for it, and when it gets here, it gets here. That's the stores are empty, and before the shipment even gets here, they're already sold out.
Well, that's even more of a factor there because it has to come there by ship mainly.
Yeah.
And then tackle, how is it getting tackle there and terminal tackle and different things now? Is there a shortage of that stuff?
A little bit. It's not like that bad, but like there's one store where I go a lot, Isabel Outdoors, and they're having trouble. Like for example, with Nomad, the Nomad design, the lures they use.
Yeah.
They have an order, and they hadn't for a while because I know I'm pretty good friends with the owner of the store. He told me that they took the order, but they didn't charge the money because they didn't have anything.
They didn't have anything yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's how it is here. I mean, some of the companies that are getting stuff from overseas and all that are having issues and stuff. And then I know some of the bigger box stores have some bare shelves and some stuff like that. But I love to try to support, local, mom and pop, stores, community owned stuff too. So,
that's something
luckily I have a sponsor that pours their own plastics right here in Texas, so I can get all my little swim baits and bass lures and everything from them. Fluke looking airtail shads and little deals and creature baits and all that. We get them poured right here in Texas, so we're lucky with that.
You know what? Here, that's something that's actually been booming too. Even though people are not fishing, everybody's still getting ready for when we can fish. They just want to kill, and so we have some good. We have a dog is barking. We have some how you call that? Some local. Gosh, I forgot the name. Yeah, manufacturers, I guess. They do lures, but dude, they're going something else. We have and then there's a guy for everybody. I have a guy that does the hard plastic lures. I have a guy that does the bucktails. There's a guy that does some like next level poppers, stick baits, and jigs.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you saw that picture I sent you. I sent yesterday with the big kingfish and the tuna and all that. That was with this guy's jigs. That was this guy's jigs.
Oh yeah, like a bucktail jig, and you like tip it with like a
100 for a speed jigging.
Oh, speed jig. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they're doing that. I have another guy for soft plastics. There's everybody. There's a guy that does diamond jigs. There's a guy for everything down here. So it's pretty good. It's like you said, it's good to like promote them, and they've actually been really good to me too. So I cannot complain at all.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, that's the kind of where we were going to dive into. That is that chicka tackle box confessionals. But talk a little bit about what you take out with you on the kayak and on your offshore trips, or what you're using to target those tarpon and snook. Seemed like you do a lot of the speed jigging and diamond jigs and butterfly jigs, and then you do some poppers. If you see some birds working, y'all get the birds that'll be working the bait.
Oh yeah,
and then you'll have the popper set up. And
so here's the thing: when I see the birds, I don't go for the poppers. I go for the diamond jig.
Okay.
And that diamond jig is just killer. Like most of the time, it'll drop and you'll get a hit.
Yeah, the bigger fish are normally under a little further down.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I actually had maybe 3 weeks ago, I had a day like that. It was just mackerels, 0 mackerels.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
Those are really good to eat.
Oh yeah,
they're real buttery. I like to do them and just get them real ice cold and slice them super thin sashimi style, and just serve it with some fresh sticky rice and soy sauce, a little bit of pickled ginger, and a little bit of sriracha, and a little green onion, little thin slices of jalapenos, and then make your own little sashimi sushi ball rolls, and just add your little piece of chile on there. Add a little. That stuff's good.
Yeah, we did something like
too.
That with a blackfin tuna. We did that with a blackfin tuna. That was something else.
Yeah, you get the belly meat, that toro, that fatty belly from that blackfin. Ooh man, Yeah, I like to take those mackerel and smoke them and make fish dip. Have you had
try that
fish
out.
dip before? I have to send you a recipe for that. Yeah, you smoke the like the last half of the tail section, the fillets, and then you take that smoke. You got to brine it first. You make like a little brine that's like a salt water with like pickling spice and like some seasonings you want to put in, and you brine it, 2-3 hours, and you put it on the smoker and smoke it for hour 45 minutes or so at like 250, 275 degrees temperature, and then you take the fish and you pulse it in a food processor, and then you add cream cheese and sour cream. You add some like some Fresno chilies or some jalapenos, green onion, lemon juice, cilantro, maybe a little chipotle and adobo, and like salt, pepper, garlic, and then blend it, and then you eat it with crackers, like it's like a dip. It's good.
That sounds good.
It's a big thing in Florida, but I like to use the mackerel because it's a little oilier fish. It holds up to the smoking really good,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of my favorite mackerel to eat. King mackerel are good, but they get.
Yes.
I don't know. I actually just cut slits about 4 or 5 and just punch the little middle, the little eye of the and make little kingfish balls. Yeah, those are pretty good. But man, I ain't caught those in a long time. Them Sierra mackerel, that's my favorite.
Yeah, they for a while. Honestly, I had never seen them as crazy as just this last 2 weeks before. Yep,
it's everywhere.
It's fun to watch too, because when you're casting, you don't just see the water like boiling. You see them jumping like crazy.
Yeah.
So at
like
some point, I managed to get a few of them in slow motion.
Oh wow. They go stupid over that bait when they get in their feeding frenzy. Man, it's insane. Oh, so do you troll any like a Halco, like the slow sinking Halco lures, or any of the lip, the jointed like Rapalas or anything?
Yeah. So I usually troll one of two things. I either troll a Rapala, the scatter wrap tail dancer.
Yeah.
With a big lip with an U shape.
Yeah.
That one is killer. That one will
for the kingfish or everything.
For anything. I've caught they're not so small, and I've caught blue runners on that thing.
Oh yeah.
Like anything will hit it. Anything. You would things you would never imagine. That, or then I either troll that or I troll. Let's see. Or either I also Rapala. They almost looks like a bonita or a mackerel, blue with black stripes going down.
Stripes. Yeah.
Yep, that was killer.
That color's good over here for the kingfish.
Or the guy that but this is for more offshore. The guy that makes the soft plastic lures. He makes some. Actually, can I go and get you something so you can see it real quick?
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna step off real quick and get a. For those of you that are gonna tune in and watch this on the YouTube, you'll be able to see the video. But for those of you listening in podcast land through your earbuds, you're not going to be able to see this, so we're just going to explain it to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
And then he made like it almost looks like a school swimming.
Yeah.
And then I top it off with this.
Okay, you froze up right there. Hopefully it's going to come back.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still there, but the video froze. For real? Yeah, you're back now. You're back. No, it's all good. No? It's part of it.
I top it up with a little thumper, man. Whew.
Ooh, man, that looks good. It's a big paddle tail swim bait.
Yeah, this dude. Oh, you hadn't seen it yet? The soft plastic I froze up before that.
Yeah, I saw it, but pull it back a little bit. Let me see that one again.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good. It's got a little red on the throat, the eyes, and it's got eyes inside, like it's multiple fish swimming.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh man, it's kind of holographic. That's really cool.
Yeah, this is something else.
Over here with that.
I'm always fighting with him because he doesn't advertise it enough. Like he has an Instagram page and he doesn't have it under his name. Under the company's name. He has it under his name, and he only has like 9 posts. That's it.
Oh man, he needs to start blowing that up because I'm telling you, another big manufacturer will pick that up and be buying from him. I'm telling you.
For sure. And
what weight is that? Is that like a 2 ounce, 1 ounce, 2 ounce?
I don't even know. No, they're light. They're light.
If they're light. There's no weight inside.
Super light. If you want it, no, they're not weighted. If you want to put some weight, then you got to put you got to put the weight yourself on. So I'm just put it. I'm not a fan of sinking trolling baits because they're all the rocky bottoms and reefs and all that. I just put this on, and man, it feels really good. Let me just say that.
Put that little skirted jet in front of it, and it just leaves that bubble trail too, and then just eat it. He's one of the manufacturers here that he's been treating me really good. So, that's he's really good details to the products. Man, that's awesome. That's a good looking bait, man. I bet I could catch some big old speckled trout with that thing over here. Yes, when they're eating a big shad, right? The big shad when they grow and get bigger. Yeah, the big old speckled trout to jump up. That's what I like to do in the to chase them in the wintertime. When there's nobody on the water, when it's about 50 degrees and it's drizzle rain and just nasty overcast, and nobody else be on the water, and I'll be out there on my kayak chasing them trout.
That's awesome. That's one of the things that my wife tells me that I wouldn't enjoy about fishing in Greece, in Europe, is that it gets too cold. So just get a swimsuit, bodysuit. That's it. That's all you need.
You get a dry suit.
Yeah.
Yep. Or a wetsuit. Yep.
Yeah, that's all you need, man.
Yeah, I'll fish with it. It'll be 35 degrees in the morning when I wake up, and the water temp will be in the upper 40s, low 50s. And I'll have my NRS boots on and some waterproof socks, and I'll launch my kayak, and I'll have my rain gear on, and I'll be layered. I'm fine because I know there's a chance I'm gonna catch a trophy trout.
Yeah.
I got a lot of spots that hold some good fish in the wintertime, so I like to take advantage of getting on the water when everybody else wants to stay at home, or everybody else is duck hunting or deer hunting, and little less pressure on the water, a little less boat traffic. Wake them on up. Yeah. Come see Dustin.
One of my best days fishing was like that. It was insane, and there was nobody in the water because it was stormy weather. It was, there was thunder. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't have gone because of the thunders and the lightning, but whatever. I went out. It was raining. There was lightning. There was a little bit of wind. There was a little bit of waves. But dude, that day was just insane. It was crazy. The bite they were hitting everything.
Well, see, in the wintertime over there, y'all get a lot of the more of a groundswell type a swell on the northern and northeastern side up Rincon, Aguadilla, because that's I grew up surfing on the East Coast, and that's like a rite of passage for East Coast surfers is Puerto Rico. That's the Hawaii of the Atlantic. That's the powerful waves over there. There's a bunch of good surf breaks over there. I surf. I went to Puerto Rico many times as a young buck, but that's the thing. In the summer, you're a little. If you get a hurricane and you get swell from a hurricane, then you'll have bigger surf. But most of the time, in the summer, you got flatter conditions on that area. And your trade winds over there are southeast mainly. Yeah. So on the northern shorelines, you're just blowing offshore in the mornings mainly too. In the mornings, after like maybe 9, 10, it'll change from north. Shift around and blow more of a sea breeze over there off the sea. Yes, yeah. I love Puerto Rico. I love the culture over there. I love the food, man. Ooh, man. Don't get me started on some mofongo.
Hey, that's what I was just saying. You want some mofongo?
Oh yeah. I like to take a big old shrimp and you cut them and you stuff them with mofongo and wrap them in bacon. And then you put them on a la plancha, put them on the grill. Woo! Yeah. And what is it? What was the other one? Where you layer it with the ground beef and the olives and the mashed platano, the pastelón.
Yeah.
It's like a Puerto Rican lasagna, y'all. I'm telling y'all. That junk is off the chain.
Yep. Yeah, you take you take the yellow plantain,
Yes.
ground beef, like some cheese in there, some egg, then more plantain, more cheese.
And some people like to put green olives to get a little bit of salt in there, a little saltiness, a little different. I don't like olives, but I like to pass along by how it is without the olives.
Yep.
That's good. But they make all these little pastries over there. They got oh man, but the mofongo, you ain't messing around with that. It's like mashed plantains with some chicharrones and some bacon and all that up in there.
And then you fry it, and then you fry it again. So and then you put some chicharrón de pollo. So it's like
chicharrón, the chicken skin.
No, that's the rinds, the pork rinds.
The pork rinds.
The rind, but the chicharrón is just the no chicharrón. Chicharrón. So you take the pork meat and then you also fry that. Yes. So you make it nice and crunchy on the outside, but juicy on the inside. Dude.
Yeah. That's so good. Oh yeah.
So my wife, even though she's Greek, she makes a mean mofongo, man. Like better than most restaurants I usually go to. Not to brag, but
oh yeah. See, I was a chef in my prior time, and I was real interested in like the Caribbean cuisine, and that comes from going to Barbados, surfing, there, Puerto Rico, surfing in Central America, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, and El Salvador, and eating all the different foods and stuff. Like El Salvador is known for the pupusas. It's like a masa ground up, and they stuff it with beans and ground beef or whatever, and then it's grilled, and it's like inside with the cheese and all that. And then Colombia has the arepas. Puerto Rico is known for the mofongo.
Have you tried the typical Dominican breakfast?
Yes.
If you haven't, you have. Okay.
Yeah.
With the mango, with the fried cheese and the salami.
With the fried cheese, and then that's how it is in Nicaragua. They say typical is they got that fried eggs with the fried cheese, and they got the gallo pinto. It's like a rice and beans, but with like peppers and stuff. But my favorite, I love like roti with like curry goat. And then like Jamaican food, like the rice and peas and the pepper pot and the little Jamaican patties with the beef and the See, we done talk about food now, but that's what it's all about, man. It's all associated with everything, man. It's just it's all what it is. Puerto Rico has such a great it's different. It's like it's totally different. You go over there and it's got all these old buildings in certain places and all this. Oh, it's cool, man. I need to go back over there. It's been a long time. So, but you're saying you might be moving to Greece, huh?
Yeah. We're actually on the process for that. We're finishing the process, basically for the citizenship for hers, so we can come and go as we please. But yeah, it's in the plans, and it's we're working towards that.
Man, that's cool. So you've done some research over there already, I take it.
For heck fishing. I found some marine maps to see the bottoms. I followed videos, people on YouTube. I see what type of fishing they do. That over there, it's very popular to do jigging, mainly because since there's in Greece, there's a lot of ports, a lot of ship, marine traffic.
Yes,
they've basically bulldozed all of that. So all the reefs that they might have had, or rocks or structure, whatever, is just gone. But they do have a lot of deep waters, and that's where the fishes are over there. That's why, even though here, personally, I haven't done that much jigging, even though I love it, over there, that's all it is. So I'm prepping myself for when we go there. The day I get there, I'm getting my kayak and forget about it.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Over there, the sport is, if it's growing here in the States and in Puerto Rico, over there, kayak fishing is very, very new.
It's like it's infancy. Yes. Still starting out.
I found a group for kayak fishing in Crete, which is basically the size of Puerto Rico, if not a little bit bigger. And dude, there's in that group, it's only 37 people. And when you look online or you look on YouTube, there's only I found maybe 3 people that do kayak fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else fishes from a boat or whatever from the shore, but there's a lot of potential for growth over there, man. I can't wait to move over there just because I want to be part of that first generation of kayak fishing.
Yeah,
Man.
bring it on up, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool to get some info from over there, some intel, and see how the transition over there is gonna be. Take what you've learned over in Puerto Rico and get over there and learn some new areas. Try to find some underwater structure, find some rock piles, find some old shipwrecks or some old submerged stuff, and you luck onto stuff like that every now and then, just like we do over here. We'll luck onto some rock piles or something, and it'll be magical because nobody else has been on them
exactly
in a while. Yeah, man, dude, that's awesome. Freaking Greece, man. I've never been there.
Going back to the food, dude. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, over there,
dude. See, the thing is, that's another thing that I'm like super excited for, is that they have the street markets, and so everything is fresh. And when I say fresh, I mean that by the end of the day, they basically give stuff away so that they don't have to throw it out.
Right.
And so to the point that like my father-in-law, he collects garbage. He works with a government, and so instead of people throwing the stuff out that is left over, which is good, don't get me wrong, really good. Instead of throwing it out, they don't save it for the next day. They say take it, and he comes back with pallets of food for the family.
Oh gosh,
dude! I mean, that's how fresh and good and I every time I go there, I tell my wife that it's just a mouth gas. I'm just getting there.
Oh yeah. No way, man. That sounds like it's gonna be pretty neat experience.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and you're young too, huh? How?
I'm 31.
31. Yeah. So yeah, you still got a long, prosperous life ahead of you. That should be cool, man. Get that kayak thing going over there, man, and get it taken off. That should be cool. I know there's some stuff going on in Spain and some of the other places over there too, but
Spain is doing pretty good. Spain is doing pretty good. I've been following, and Italy too. I've seen that Italy is also having a good boost on kayak fishing and fishing in general.
That is cool. Well, Puerto Rico actually does have some largemouth bass and some lakes there, doesn't it?
Yeah. Honestly, I've caught butterfly peacocks.
Oh, yeah.
But
y'all have some of them there, the peacock bass? Y'all have some of them?
Yeah, they're actually a plague because they're not from here.
Yeah, they're not.
So they start eating the baby largemouth.
Yeah.
And then we also have I don't know how you call that in English, but we call them I guess they're sucker catfish.
Oh yeah.
Those ones. So they eat the eggs of the largemouth, and then we have the peacocks eating the baby largemouth. So they basically breed them, and then so they can be a little bit difficult to find, but they're there.
They're there. Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't realize y'all had invasive peacocks over there too, kind of like what they got going on in South Florida.
Yeah.
Even though they're fun to catch, but it's hurting the largemouth population, which I know that was being able to catch some bass is pretty cool over there. That'd be pretty cool to be on an island in the middle of the ocean and you're fishing some little freshwater body of some water and still catching largemouth. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the other thing, the species that we have invasive, we have so many invasive species. We also have red devils, which are highly invasive, and then we have we're trying to get more and more caimans.
Oh.
Yeah, and they are definitely not from here, but
no,
I guess somebody had them.
In the Florida too. Florida's actually getting some.
Yeah,
Florida actually has some caiman. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah,
we have plenty of alligators here. I'm gonna tell you, I saw 4 today.
Yeah.
The biggest one was only about 6 foot. It came and said hello to me. I got video. It was like right by me.
Only about 6 feet.
Hello, little guy. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've had one that's about 15 foot come up within 10 foot of me and just lift up and just look at me. And it's like, oh, Big Bertha, hello, bye-bye. And I just slowly put that pedal job and backed on up. I said, you can have this area. Yes, ma'am. This is a big old female that it's one that they had seen before in the Mill Creek area of Sam Rayburn Lake. About 14 and a half foot long. Oof. She's a big girl. There's some in Choke Canyon. I fish Choke Canyon Reservoir. And there's some in there, 13, 14 foot. We see them quite a bit.
Yeah,
it's like,
seeing
like
a
dinosaur.
That size. Yeah, seeing a mama that size must be scary because last time I went to Florida, I went one of these swamp tours.
Swamp tour? Yeah.
And there was a mama, and she was not that big, but she was still scary because as soon as she saw it, she got to hissing and doing the little thing they do with their mouth.
Yeah, and the tail lifts out the water, and that's when you know they're mad. When they start arching their tail, you know they're mad, and that's when you stay away from them when they do that. But I've had them, like I'll be paddling and I wouldn't even notice them, and then he'd be sitting up on the bank and I spook it, and it's underneath my kayak. You feel his ridges going across the bottom of your kayak.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But see, we got them in freshwater and they're in the saltwater. They're all in the brackish bayous. Like I was fishing some bayous today. Then and all them they get,
Yeah, so I haven't heard of anybody seeing one in salt water. So they're all in the lakes so far.
All in the lakes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. They'll sneak up on you sometimes. They're a little sneaky, and the little small 2-3 footers. When you're fishing for bass and you're throwing a frog, man, they love. When you're throwing a topwater frog, they will come and they'll try to get it, boy. They want to eat it. So you got to be careful with the little baby ones. They'll come up and sneak up on you sometimes and get it.
That's a running joke that we have over here because one of the guys that he makes the poppers. There's one guy in our group that an alligator actually did get his popper. So it's a running joke that we have on him.
Yeah, they like the poppers for some reason. They sure do. Well, man, dude, it was great having you on today, man. All the way from Puerto Rico, fixing to be to Greece too. So, hey, wrapping up, is there anything you want to add out there to the listeners out there in podcast land? Any shout outs or anything? That stage is yours, my brother.
Well, yeah. First of all, I want to shout out our Spanish podcast. We got the Remos y Aletas, so you got to jump on that. Right now, the arrangement that we had was just one Sunday yes and no, but I think that's going to be changing because that's too much of a time in between, in my opinion. So, yeah, come on, man. People will forget about us after 1 week. Nah. So, yeah, just definitely, you don't have to look too far for Remos y Aletas. We're in this same podcast, the same network that you're on right now, Paddle and Fin. So just look for us whenever we post actually, I should probably be saying that part in Spanish. Búscanos, Remos y Aletas. Vamos a estar los domingos. Vamos a estar tirando los episodios. Así que aquí mismo en Paddle and Fin. And so other than that, man, I've had, I do want to shout out Deadly Dudley because they were the first people to kind of like offer to have me in their team, and without really expecting anything from me, they sent me some stuff and they helped me out and they shout me out and all that. Other than that, like I mentioned, this popper guy, this popper maker and jig maker, popper jig outlet, he ships to all of the U.S. He's in PR, but he ships to all of the U.S. Yeah, for sure. And he is active on social media. He does post and he replies fairly quick. He speaks English, so you're good on that. Cool. He makes really good, and he makes poppers like beautiful colors, not just for here, but for like freshwater and even for like snakehead and stuff like that. He makes all of those types of designs. They're awesome. And so we got him, and he's treating me really good too, so I can't complain. And then this guy with the soft plastic that I showed earlier, Joe Shad. This guy is doing some really good work. He just needs a bit of a kick in the butt so he can post more on like Instagram and stuff like that. He does have both of them have Facebook pages. Yeah. So
you need to send me the links.
Yeah, for sure.
Send me the links and Messenger, and I'm gonna post the links up when I post this podcast.
Yeah, for sure. Because they're both really, really good. Everything is handmade. The poppers are wooden, like really good wood material. So you're gonna love it. So yeah, and then if anybody wants to look me up on YouTube, I look at the videos when I go out currently fishing.
Yep.
I do a bit of a Spanglish on there. So I started doing the channel on English, and then I was like, well, I'm surrounded by Spanish speaking people, so might as well. Then I went to Spanish, and then I was like, I don't want to lose my English community. So now I'm doing Spanglish, and let's see what happens.
Mix it up a little bit. You know, I got a little bit. I can speak un poquito español. My whole my dad, my stepmother, her whole family is Hispanic. So and being in South Texas, you know, you're kind of immersed in it too. So I don't know it a whole lot. I mainly know kitchen slang.
I mean, what else you know?
My buddy in Nicaragua has a surf camp down there that I had went and helped and messed around in the kitchen and all that. And I've always been, you know, if I'm surfing somewhere and they got a little old lady in there making some good salsa or she makes some good mole. When we were down in Mexico, this one lady let me in there and get in the kitchen with them, and I ended up cooking some stuff too. So, you know, I speak a little bit, but I can always get on that Google Translator.
Yeah. I mean, what else do you need? All you got to do is know how to talk about food and ask for the bathroom. Other than that, you don't need nothing else.
That's it. And ask for a cold beer.
That's right.
Cerveza. That's about it, man. Well, cool deal, man. Saulo, it's great to have you on, man. Sure. Welcome to the network. Welcome to the Paddle and Fin crew. I'm stoked for that segment. Stoked for that segment big time too, man. So, yeah, man, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks everybody for tuning in for the Back to Reality podcast for Chasing the Tide after this hiatus I've been on. So, thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Cheers.
Peace.